So I'm sitting here on the beta, looking at the dungeon journal. Been asked it many times. Tells, are you not reading in War Within? No, I don't need to. Dragonflight was fine. And then I came to the realization that Blizzard fucking hates Mythic Plus players because I've now realized that Blizzard has now made the Myth track gearing 6 out of 6 as opposed to out of 4, like it was in Dragonflight. And so let me kind of show you guys the implications. So I had to map this out, and I went and did Dragonflight Season 4. I did the entire thing because there was charts on it online, so it was pretty easy to track. 535 was very rare items. Crafted gear ends at 3 out of 4 myth. Mythic Raid starts at 519 item level. Heroic goes to 6 out of 6 hero, which is 2 out of 4 myth. Now, 6 out of 6 hero still going to 2 out of 4 myth. That's going to be at 626 item level. That's standard. Myth track ending at 623, or starting at 623. That makes sense. The vault, you also still start getting vault gear. You get myth 1 out of the vault now, instead of myth 2 that you would get previously. So now it's that 623 item level gear. So now we're getting myth 1 out of the vault. Not a big deal. Whenever I saw this post earlier that was talking about, the expansion cadence for like M plus and stuff like that opening up, I was like, okay, maybe it's a little bit weird. And so then this is why I actually started looking into this, is because I recognized that this was going to be myth 1. So, and then I recognized that there were 6 tracks on the myth slot, and also recognized that crafted gear only gets crafted all the way up to 629 item level. So now, instead of playing down, if you're just an M plus only player, a lot of your gear would actually have been 522 for an extended period of time, meaning that you would only be playing down 6 item levels over people that had 4 out of 4 myth in those slots. But now, instead, you're going to be playing down 13 item levels, which is, in my opinion, unacceptable, because basically now every single piece of gear that you're going to be wearing is a very rare equivalent, as opposed to just like the normal 4 out of 4 myth equivalent. And with the crafted gear is just going to be significantly worse relative to max item level gear. And this is really bad because for Mythic Plus only players, basically the only way that you can get Myth track level gear is via the vault. As you may know, this is pretty terrible. And so this is, in my opinion, a very large mistake from Blizzard's end, actually making this 6 out of 6 myth, where Mythic Raiders are going to be able to go ahead and, basically all the gear that you're getting from Mythic Raid is going to be substantially worth more than the gear that you're getting from Mythic Plus, which is nice, right? It makes farm more valuable and stuff like that. But at the same point, this completely devalues the ability to get gear for Mythic Plus players. Basically, you're just praying to God that you get a myth track piece that you can equip out of the vault. And if you don't get any of those myth track pieces that you're equipping out of the vault, then you're playing down 13 item levels relative to your counterparts that are going to be raiding. And I think this is really stupid. And we went 1 step forward with Dragonflight, and now we've gone 2 steps backwards to the exact same item level that you were wearing compared to your counterparts in Shadowlands and BFA. And this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I'm really annoyed. I don't really have any other words for this. Hopefully Blizzard comes up with a better solution for M plus players to actually be able to get mythic level loot outside of just the vault, because if that's the only way that it's going to happen, then I'm going to have to fucking raid again in War Within. And I wasn't really wanting to raid. I didn't think that raiding was like that sick, but if I'm going to be playing down 13 item levels and completely letting down my Mythic Plus team, I don't really have a choice. Anyhow, that's the end of this video. I'm pissed. It's 3:30 a.m. I'm going to upload this tomorrow, and I'm going to be super salty for the remainder of the week, I think, unless something changes. All right, goodbye.